What's good, YouTube? We finna check this video out talking about what happens when you eat somebody's butt. Have I ate somebody's butt before? Nigga, you don't need to know that. Mind your damn business. But anyways, we finna get straight to the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and subscribe for more videos like this and shit, more reactions like this and shit. You know what I'm saying? Check me out real quick.
Eating ass is on the rise. Men on women, women on men, you get the point. People like analingus, okay? And I know some of you might be thinking that it's only for queer or gay people, but surveys show that 30% of heterosexual couples are also having analingus.
But new studies have found that it could be more dangerous than you think, and even causing diseases that people are getting without even realizing they're getting it from tossing the salad. So, what is going on with rimming science? To understand the risks of eating the booty like groceries, you must first understand the bacteria Shigella. Shigella causes the disease shigellosis, which affects 188 million people per year, with symptoms including diarrhea, headache, upset stomach, bloating, and tenesmus, which is a fancy term for needing to go to the bathroom, but when you get there, nothing happens. You get shigellosis when you consume the bacteria Shigella through your mouth. Commonly, you get this when someone's preparing food for you and they have Shigella on their hands. Maybe they aren't washing their hands properly. The bacteria ends up on your food. You consume the bacteria in your food and you get sick. This is also called food poisoning.
The thing about these Shigella bacteria is that you don't need to consume very many of them to get sick. In fact, only between 5 to 200 of these tiny microbes entering your GI tract can cause you to suffer. The reason for Shigella's small infection dose is that the Shigella microbes actually survive your acidic stomach and also have sneaky biochemicals that down-regulate your body's natural antibacterial proteins. This means these tiny bacteria can get to your large and small intestine where they cause cell injury, invade your colonic mucosa, create inflammation, and cause epithelial damage that leads to tons of diarrhea. They also impair your absorption of nutrients and water, making you feel really sick.
How does this relate to eating butt? Well, studies have found that gay men, exhibit A, like me, we were actually getting food poisoning at higher rates than the rest of society. This caused researchers to hone in on other outbreaks of shigellosis that were appearing in the communities of men who have sex with men. It was happening often enough in the last 20 years, they found, that they concluded many of these men may not have gotten sick from contaminated food, but actually were getting sick from eating ass. In the global
Freak ass niggas, bro. I swear, these freak ass niggas, bro. If you a nigga, bro, I know there's niggas out here who say it's not gay for their girl to eat their butt cheeks, but like at the same time, bro, as a man, how could you live nigga, how could you live with your girl spreading your butt cheeks, smacking your ass probably, and like rubbing the tongue all up and down your shit? Like, how could you live with that as a man? As a man, I know you probably like in the moment, like, oh yeah, that shit feels probably good and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But as a man, nigga, like right after that, what are you thinking? Like, damn, I let somebody spread my cheeks, smack my ass. I'm not talking about me, so like, don't get it twisted, nigga. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about like, I'm saying an example. Like niggas, like bro, how do you live with your girl spreading your ass cheeks and smacking your ass and licking all in your shit? Like, how do you live with that as a man? How do you live with that? You probably got your legs up in the air like a bitch. How do you live with that? And you enjoy that shit? I can't. Fuck no. How do you live with that shit? The niggas that do that shit, like that girl get up in their cheeks, y'all niggas need to be studied. Y'all niggas a different species. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas, I don't know.
In the global south, most Shigella spread is from poor sanitation infrastructure, but in the US and Europe.
If you gonna eat an ass, nigga, at least wash your shit before you get your cheeks cracked open. Nigga, wash your shit.
Most Shigella is spread from fecal oral transmission, either from touching dirty bathroom surfaces, drinking dirty pool water, from dirty poopy kids spreading it at daycares, or now, we realize, from eating booty.
It was a series of Shigella outbreaks among men who have sex with men in Seattle, San Francisco, London, and a major study in Denmark that led researchers to the conclusion that people might be getting sick from eating the booty hole of others who had Shigella in their GI tract. One of the initial studies studies in the year 2000 from the time frame of June to December studied 230 cases of shigellosis in which 73% of patients had recently eaten ass. In Denmark, of the 25...
What's funny is like scientists really be studying everything. Like y'all really study how many niggas be get sick eating booty. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all niggas study niggas eating booty and shit like that. Like scientists be studying every single thing. Like y'all got all the time in the world to study niggas eating ass who get sick from eating ass, but like y'all still ain't found a cure for cancer, my nigga. You feel me? Like
5,215 respondents, 4,266 were men who had sex with men, and it was found they were more likely to get food poisoning from Shigella, but also another microbe called Campylobacter. Campylobacter is a bacteria that spreads in undercooked meat and poultry, but also can spread from eating the ass of someone who is infected with that bacteria.
And the reason that eating ass may be spreading these bacteria without you knowing it makes sense. Because Shigella and Campylobacter bacteria can stay in your fecal matter for up to 2 weeks after your last symptoms have shown. So if you consume either of these bacteria, the symptoms appear within 1 to 2 days, and most of the time your body fights off the infection in 5 to 7 days. But again, even after you feel better for 2 weeks, you can still transfer that bacteria to someone else. This is why it can spread without people realizing they're spreading it.
Of course, there are many other microbes that can spread through rimming. Bacteria like E. coli, viruses like hepatitis A, and even some parasites. In fact, there is even a small risk of some STI transmission, though that risk is much higher in vaginal or anal sex compared to oral. But the Shigella outbreaks are most common and what helped researchers catch this phenomenon in the queer community.
So as of late, doctors, researchers do agree that rimming can cause the spread of bacteria that makes you feel sick, similar to that of food poisoning. But that doesn't mean you have to stop doing the act of going down on someone from behind. It's about being aware.
Prevention is pretty simple. Wash your hands, genitals, and anus with soap before partaking in rimming. Doctors prescribe washing your perianal, in and around the anus, and perineal region, the area between the anus and the scrotum or labia magna, well before partaking in eating booty. While having sex, try to be aware of how you move between anal, vaginal, and oral sex to not spread the bacteria. For example, E. coli picked up from rimming could be spread to the urethra and cause a UTI. You can always use latex barriers to be more efficient and safe too. Most importantly, if you've had food poisoning, don't engage in rimming for at least 2 weeks after your last set of symptoms. You probably also want to make sure whoever's butt you're going down on is clean and they're healthy and not suffering from any potential bacterial infection. Shigellosis is mostly treated without medication. Your body will eventually fight it off, but for people who are immunocompromised, or if you're noticing that the symptoms are not going away after a while, definitely talk to a doctor and they may prescribe you a course of antibiotics.
Thank you for watching this rimming science video. I hope you've made it to the end. Make sure you subscribe and like. Do people even say that anymore? Spread this video with your friends like the Shigella bacteria. Maybe they need to understand the science. And we'll see you soon for a new science video. I suppose.
My face after realizing that the only time I ever got food poisoning was after my brother made me a sandwich. Oh, hell no. Imagine scientists 2,000 years from now studying our genome and puzzled as to how we became immune to this bacteria at some point. Bake mine at 350 for 15 minutes. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy.